That's what the UN Repertoire told us last week on the Hill. Just for saying what they believe in, for not wearing a hijab or a dupatta or whatever. 800 people were executed.
2,000.
Why? 2,000. If they're saying 800, it might be 2,000. Why is there selective outrage? Why didn't people speak up for Mahsa Amini, who had the courage to do what she believed in? Why aren't we talking about the Uyghur women who just had a conference in New York and said, listen to us, we are also Muslim and we're hurting. Why don't we talk about Rohingya women? Do you know, thousands and thousands of them were raped. They are still trafficked and sent to all parts of Asia, but we are just concerned with Israel. That has to stop. This selective outrage has to stop, and we all need to demand that Seema Bahous, who's the UN Women's Chief, has not condemned the violence of Hamas against Israeli women. She doesn't even believe it. She needs to resign, and we must all call for that. My taxpayer dollars and laws cannot go to building tunnels and refusing to acknowledge the pain of women.
I'll keep it short. I think
yeah, please, everybody.
We need a political and civic engagement home for Muslim Americans that are not anti-Semitic, that are not with the grievance narrative, and that are a counter to CARE and Islam and Iqna. What's sitting in Washington, D.C. today is a danger. The Muslim-Jewish relations, the history of them in the United States has always been on caveats, and that was on Zionism and the existence of Israel. And so we need to change that. So we need a seat at the table, and we need to be in Washington, D.C.
Be a role model. Show that you can hold multiple truths at the same time. Even if you support Israel, even if you wish the destruction of Hamas, and believe me, I'd love to wake up tomorrow and find Hamas gone. Try your best to think of the humans on the other side. Think of the people of Gaza that are suffering due to circumstances over which they have no control. If you model that, if you exhibit that, you show that you're the better person, even if it's not reciprocated. You do what's right, not expecting something good in return, and I promise you that will plant seeds for transformation.
So I have, when I met Rachel Goldberg in Tel Aviv, she told me about her son Hirsch, who had many Muslim friends, but not one person contacted her. And I told her I will remind about her son at any gathering that I come to and I speak at. And so I want you to remember her son. And when I met Amit in DC, I asked her, what is the message you have for the world? She said, talk about us so that people will hear. And my request to you is, there are 650 million Muslims in South Asia. Don't forget that. Don't let the Arab voices take hold of the narratives. So yes, yes, please. This is urgent. This is important. As Zainab said, we need you to amplify our voices. This is hard for us. They call us, we are a step away from a death threat, but we take a step because we are convinced we are not looking for consensus. So I want you, every one of you, to be convicted. Don't look for consensus. Do something. Amplify Muslim women's voices who are from South Asia in particular. Thank you.
3 very practical things. First, share this video with 10 friends. Second, post this video to 5 feminist organizations that have not spoken about this and ask them why that hasn't happened. Third, follow every single organization represented up on this panel that is fighting against global gendered violence.
Well, last in the alphabet, Zipperstein. Let's work. 2 quick things. 1, demand of your elected representatives that every public school teacher from kindergarten to the UC system be required to watch this film before the school year starts again in September. Number 2, let's express our appreciation to our Muslim sisters and brothers who displayed incredible courage tonight.
Thank you, everyone.
everybody so much. Thank you, Rabbi Barron. Thank you, everybody, and every one of you is so precious. The one thing that I have to leave you with is life is precious for all of us. There are desserts outside, and everybody can